Right.
We have this immunization program for school children in summer months. I understand that Ramadan goes back by 10 days every year, is that right?
Right.
But sometimes it falls in, so maybe in a few years' time it will be again in summer months. And we have a lot of problems, especially it costs quite a lot and the days are fixed about 6 or 10 months beforehand. And the injections are drawn up and the drops are all made. And then we find very few children turning up to take the medicines because obviously it's not allowed.
Take the medicine in, within 24 hours, any time?
Those are drops actually given at school.
You see, you are talking of perhaps the winter period more than the summer period. Which period do you have in mind?
Unfortunately, it's in summer.
In the summer, okay.
Yes.
In the summer, you have to immunize mothers or children?
The children at school.
The children don't have to fast? No problem.
I'm very glad to hear that.
The children who have not come of age, they are not expected to fast.
They are between 11 years and 16 years.
They are not expected to fast. They are not bound to fast. Occasionally, by way of practice or out of curiosity, many children opt for that.
I'm very glad to hear this,
Yes,
because the parents say that we don't mind the children taking these injections, but our own religious leaders, they sort of...
You see, you're talking of a misunderstood Islam.
I'm sure that's the case.
But I'm not representing them. I'm representing Islam as we understand in Ahmadiyya community, which we find an extremely enlightened and enlightening religion. And there is never a clash between the genuine needs of man and the religious dictates of Islam.
So will it be all right for us to go ahead and give the medicines if the children are...
You see, it's not all right for you to go ahead and do anything to anybody's children, anywhere in the world. Because the right belongs to the parents and the children themselves. Unless some social requirement is so urgent that a law is passed whereby every citizen is bound to be forced to cooperate with certain measures. That is a different situation. But in principle, this is accepted that the children must be treated with the permission of their parents. And as such, many times I receive letters from schools here that this is our problem, we want to inoculate or do this or that to children, and the children don't like it, or parents have objection. What should we do? I tell them they should be persuaded. They should be told that it's in their own interest that you're doing it. But you can't force anybody to do that. Moreover, it is wrong to believe that inoculation or other such measures are number one, always necessary, number one, always useful, and they do not have any other attendant dangers. I have seen immunization attempts in various diseases producing exactly the diseases against which they were considered to be prophylactic and preventive. Sometimes less vaccine is not properly prepared. A slight imbalance in the virility of the virus or the virus product would create either the danger of that disease showing its symptoms in the body, or being ineffective, it is too low. So many times such vaccines have been withdrawn by even in advanced countries, because when they heard reports that they are not always good, or they have created some side effects not acceptable according to health standards, they are withdrawn. So that's what I mean to say. We cannot overmuch trust these things. And being a homeopath, I know that many situations of vaccination and inoculation can be absolutely avoided, because homeopathic offers a better way of preventive measure against diseases for a longer period than these vaccinations offer. And for example, in my family, I have always been giving my children, my wife, etc., these homeopathic medicines as preventives, and we never suffered from typhoid, from other similar diseases which spread all around us, as a proof that they were working, they were effective. Only we had to have these injections when we had to travel to some countries where it was essential, legal requirement. For instance, when we went to Africa or some Australia, etc., they needed it as a legal requirement that we must be inoculated, and then we did. We did get inoculated. This is in general the whole picture. But you find nothing of the genuine requirement of man counter to the teachings of Islam. Right?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.